looks like. 4-star citizen. Of here. Alright. See how this is gonna run. Don't make no guarantees. Doesn't seem too bad. It'll stay good. Doesn't mean it'll stay good. Doesn't seem too bad, though. Alright, we'll just take the little renegade.
Your ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
Oh, got hiccups. Heaven forbid, got the hiccups. See how it goes. I just love how when it vents to the outside, no atmosphere that sucks in dirty air. I think they got their shit backwards. Didn't it say? Oh, there it is. I was going to say, didn't it say 2? I could have been wrong. I've been wrong on occasion. Does look good. An Oculus S at 1440p, I will have to admit. Does look good. Start up.
Acknowledged.
Aegis Combat Assist activated. Systems green.
We are green. Mobile glass. Mobile glass. Not my resolution of choice. The trouble is... No. Daymar, we can do that. Close bubble glass. Take off.
Ascending. Retracting modules. Handing you the con.
Didn't I accept that?
Landing gear retracted.
Range.
Collecting data.
Jump.
Jumping.
Quantum travel initiated.
Whee!
Quantum travel complete.
Range.
Collecting data.
Range.
Collecting data.
Said that last time when you weren't. Jump.
Jumping.
Quantum travel initiated. Quantum travel.
Cruise control.
Affirmative.
Off we go. maybe sooner or later CIG will actually support other resolutions besides aspect ratios with 16.9. Now they've been saying they're going to for the last, I don't know, 5 years, and they haven't done it yet. But it would be nice if they ever actually did what they said they were going to do. And the reason is I would be running this at 1280, 1440. The trouble is that the mobile glass and stuff will not resize to your resolution. It's stuck on 16.9 aspect ratio because SIG can't multitask. So if you have a widescreen monitor or you want to get your best 3D from VR, you're shit out of luck because you can't run the resolutions that you want to. Cruise control.
Affirmative.
But one of these days, they might get their shit together. Landing mode. Ship lights.
Landing gear
Activating searchlights.
And these puppies are bright on this ship. Not very bright on my other ones, but on this one, they light up a football field. As you can see, we're just lighting it up. Really kind of nice. All ship lights should be like this. Now, if we just had ship lights underneath the ships, we only have forward-facing ones now, but it would be nice if we had them view 4. Change view. Change view. Oh, might as well. Yeah. Let's leave them on. Even though the ship will not settle on this planet because as you see it's tilting sideways. Now it's going to probably kill me coming out the ladder. Even though the ship is on the ground, it's not on the ground right. Because it floated up. Oh, well, obviously it didn't float up. Maybe the ground just is crooked here. Nope, it floated up. See, this wheel is off the ground. Obviously, gravity has no effect on my ship. None at all. That's okay. Means I use less fuel. Because I can defy gravity. Come on, open up. Open up! Did I walk into the wrong place? I might have. Didn't really pay any attention because I wasn't really watching. But I think that's the only place here. I did land at Kuta Ore, didn't I? I'm not sure. Well, it was in there. What the hell was the deal here? Running into some graphical glitches here? Possible? Oh, how about right here? Duh! Sometimes, not the sharpest knife in the drawer. Okay, I have the box. I would be trading if the damn servers weren't so crash happy anymore. But it takes the fun out of it every time you try to trade. The kiosks don't work. The game crashes. After a period of time, it just becomes aggravating and why bother? Same reason bounty missions for me are not very fun, because the game crashes. Get in the middle of the shit and next thing you know, bam. I don't know if we're going to be able to walk up on this. Can't believe they still haven't solved this problem. Ships actually land. Well, we got a graphical glitch back there. Don't know why. Ship lights.
Activating searchlights.
Ready.
Ship lights.
Activating searchlights.
Take off.
Ascending. Retracting modules.
Ship lights.
Handing you the con. Activating searchlights.
Landing gear retracted.
Okay, it actually turned off that time. Cruise control.
Affirmative.
Range.
Collecting data.
We have collected the data. Jump. Jump.
Jumping.
Seems to be a little bit sluggish today. Could be worse. Could not be run at all. Frame rates seem okay. That's always a good plus. Boom. Come on, give me my ship back. Range.
Collecting data.
Jump.
Jumping.
Quantum travel initiated.
Everything seems to be on a delay. I would not think servers would be very crowded just for the reason PTU is open. But what do I know?
Quantum travel complete.
Okay, let's get some speed up here. And I'm just in screwing around. Nothing important. No idea why my panels are flickering. Because they want to. Because they can. Cruise control. I will say that some of the artwork in this game is pretty. Landing mode.
Landing gear deployed.
Yep, we're deployed. As long as we're deployed, we're good. hill. Let's change view. Yeah. Well, it's fairly flat. Change view. Exit seat.
Affirmative.
Go out the back. Get that box out in the other way. Pick the box up. We have the box. We're gonna go for a walk down the hill. I guess there might have been enough space down there, flat enough ground. But we need to take the scenic route anyway. I'm starting to get fat. Need to exercise. Very important to be getting exercise. Keep your stamina up. Cycle. Okay, where does this box go? I have no idea. Did we lose our marker? Looks like we lost our marker. What the hell? No place to put the box. Well, you look at that. There's the trouble with Star Citizen. So we'll just drop it. I ain't carrying it around for 100 years. Another wasted mission. Because that's what Star Citizen's about. Yep, definitely lost the marker. See, it just, unbelievable. Mobile glass. We'll just go ahead and cancel it because it ain't working. Nothing you can do about it. Once it stops working, you can just hang them up. Close mobile glass. Close mobile glass. Just the way it is. And it does that all the time. That's something you can expect. As I said, this is not a game. CIG wants you to believe it is, so you buy now, but the bottom line is it's not a game, and you're going to find all kinds of stuff that don't work. Just the way it is. Now this is not going to light up, so ain't this wonderful. Alright, I don't even know why we're still in the game. We should have crashed. Server, there it goes, finally. Unbelievable. Yeah, they want you to spend money, but they won't give you a finished game. And maybe in another 10 years. It may happen.
Flare ready.
I don't know why it does that when I get in my ship. Start up.
Acknowledged.
Whoops, I'm running. How about takeoff? Takeoff.
Ascending. Retracting modules. Handing
Cruise
you the
control.
Affirmative.
Retracted. Hydrogen fuel at 75%.
Yeah, we'll just little trade following, nothing else is working, so what the hell? Definitely not going to try any commodity trading. Now, people do need to remember these ships drift, as you can see, and you can correct it some by using your thrusters. It's still going to drift, but you can tighten up your turns with your thrusters if you learn how to use them and have them set up so you can get to them easy. Cross thrust while you're in the turn, let you hold tighter to your turns. Works everywhere. And remember that it does your ships do drift. And if you get too carried away, you'll smack into the ground because even though you're trying to correct, it's still drifting. So you got to learn to fly your ships again. Ships are all different. I got a couple 300 series and they really are drifty. This little ship doesn't seem to drift near as bad. And I do say sand. Maybe it does. Just have a better view, so maybe I have better control. And in 3D, you will, if you're susceptible to 3D motion, it will make you sick. It doesn't bother me, but some people get in here and try to fly around and stuff. Like riding a roller coaster if you're moving up and down. I like the thrill. Yep. Be nice if we had big canyons. And we might have somewhere in the game, I just don't know where they're at. Some real tightly turning canyons, you know, like going through the Grand Canyon. See, we're in a lot of slide, with the side thrust, back up. And for whatever doesn't make any sense, as these ships turn, as you'll notice, my thrust goes up, or at least my speed does. I've never known why that would be true, except they got something screwed up in the mechanics. But turning should never increase your speed. But it does in Star Citizen. It's not that big a deal, I'm not gonna, but it doesn't make sense when it happens. Notice it, I think, why am I speeding up? I'm in a tight turn. Even in space, it doesn't make any sense that turning would increase your speed. But it is fantasy. And maybe in the future, they have found a way to make turning faster. You don't know, you know. Chris Robbins can do anything he wants, even if it isn't logical. He doesn't claim to be a Mr. Spock. And we're not moving all sweet spot. Do remember when you're pulling up, you got to give your ship time to recover. Get your new vector in. And some people fly uncoupled all the time, and there's nothing wrong with that. I just don't see the fun in it. I don't see where it makes any difference. Uncoupled. The ship does perform different. As you can see, you have more drift because it'll try to carry the heading that you were on, even though you're changing node. You have to use thrusters more often. See how it's time to climb here because we were climbing. You have no cruise control, and so you have to work your thrusters more often. I am constantly corrected here with my thrusters because I'm changing my headings. Whether up, down, sideways. See, we're floating up. Give it a little down thrust, bring it back. Flying coupled is a lot different. Don't know that it makes no difference, any difference. You get used to it all. Being uncoupled while you're in a dogfight can be to your advantage if you get good at it. You have more, you'll get more shots on your target if you get good at it. But it requires more skill. So I think most people will not bother. But as you can see, as I turn, we're just going to actually go sideways, even though I have forward thrust. See that? Now I can correct that with my thrusters, as you can see. But it's just the nature of the beast, and you're uncoupled. You can see we got a lot of sideways drift, and I can correct it out. But I'm constantly working my maneuvering thrusters, where in coupled mode I don't have to use them near as often. Because it'll track more of a line. Coupled. So there are advantages and disadvantages. Some people like to land in uncoupled mode, and I just find it's an unnecessary hassle. It's just easier to leave it coupled. You have a little bit more control. Now, I don't know nothing about the new hover mode. I haven't been on the PTU, have no desire to get on the PTU. Cruise control.
Affirmative.
No reason to stay in here if things are going to keep breaking. Missions can't complete. I don't dare try any trading. Just be a throwaway of the credits, although not important that I lose them. It gets aggravating. You go up to the kiosk, and to let you buy something, then you go to sell it, then you can't sell it, or the game crashes, although it seems pretty stable. Range.
Collecting data.
But I probably would have done a few different things if the first one would have completed, but being it just shut it down on me, I just have no desire to try something else. Jump.
Jumping.
It's not like you can progress. Now, if you had serious progression, it would be a different story, but we do not have progression at this time. Everything gets wiped every quarter. So, and I'm just not going to work hard enough in a game to buy ships when they're going to get taken away very quickly.
Quantum travel complete.
Cruise control.
Affirmative.
But frame rate wise, it's running really good. And I would think because the PTU is open, everybody's on the PTU. Most people are on the PTU. I just never, PU never runs like the PTU. I go in the PTU and I think I learn how to do things, and I get on the PU and it never works the same. Ship doesn't work. I just found, I don't care. Landing mode.
Landing gear deployed.
Mobile glass.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Close mobile glass. But it is running good today. I sure hope they get the aspect ratios where we can use more than 16.9. I really love running this in 3D geometry. And when I'm streaming, if I was running at my preferred resolution, I could stream in 3D geometry, but I'm running Z buffer because time I turn everything on, auto land,
Automated landing initiated.
I'm moving a lot of pixels I don't need to be. And not to mention that it looks really good at the resolution I prefer.
Landing complete.
Like I said, I love the 3D.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Okay, where's our button? Here we go. Power.
Weapon systems offline.
We are offline. But it's standard 1440p. It does look really good. I mean, it does not look any better graphical wise at my preferred resolution. It just has better 3D. And it has a whole lot less load on my system. Star Citizen just doesn't accept other aspect ratios by 16.9. And there's nothing wrong. I guess there's nothing wrong with that. The game isn't made for VR. I doubt if it'll ever have it natively. I mean, they claim they're going to do it, but yeah, if you're going to do it, why wouldn't you do it from the ground up instead of going in afterwards and then trying to do it? It's never as good. But it does look good, you have to admit. Some of this game is really pretty. No prettier than any other game, but they like to say, oh, the graphics are better. Come on, see, I can't get the kiosk to work here. There it goes. I can say server's not quite right, but it's running good as far as frame rates. So I'm just not see this guy now. I don't know if this is a server's a problem or maybe he's just doing the two-step. But I'm thinking he's seriously lagged out. I'm thinking. See, this guy just slid all the way across the floor. Okay, maybe the server's not in all that good a shape for some people, okay? I imagine if your system is maybe not hefty, it's not quite as good. I mean, I don't have a great system, but it runs VR really good. It's good enough for VR, that's for sure. But I don't have the latest, greatest of everything. But I got decent hardware. Okay, we're going to get out of here. Now what happened here? I can't change my... There it goes. Yeah, just not quite right tonight. But it's a weekend, and I usually hardly ever stream on a weekend for that reason. I don't expect it to run good. You can see Rift S and its pass-through canvas. Maybe, I don't know if you can see that or not. Might not show up, means I think I got it locked into one window.